Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of SideQuests here on the Weekly Scroll. My name is Ryan.
And I'm a mouse with nothing to lose.
And with us, we have Nick, also known as Goblin Archives, and Matt, also known as ManaDawn, ManaRamp Matt, Mana Everything, Matt Morris. How you doing today? Everybody, how we doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on. Us on. Yeah, this is awesome.
Fun thing for me, which is great, everyone but Hunter, who doesn't matter, is West Coast. So it's really nice that we can actually start at a reasonable time and end at a reasonable time, and everyone's not going to bed at midnight. But SideQuests, yeah, well, again, you don't count. SideQuests. This is our second episode of a new show that we're going to do. We're going to try to do like twice a month. And basically what it is we're going to pick games that we've reviewed and play them here on the show, either by the creator, by a third-party writer, or by Josh Demancey. Is going to be someone you'll see on here a lot running games, because he's an incredible GM and writer and person in general, so he's going to be running a lot of stuff. I'll occasionally do it. But basically, the premise is that if you watch a review, and then you watch our one-shot here, which is going to be leaning into kind of teaching a little bit, you'll have a really good understanding of the game and hopefully be able to play it. So today, I'm not even going to say what we're doing. Obviously, we're doing Mausritter, but Matt, like, what is Mausritter, and what are we doing today?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be running Mausritter, which is a beautiful game by Isaac Williams. It is a hack of Into the Odd, but then built on all sorts of fun stuff with that. Some best practices to keep in mind when running Mausritter and playing Mausritter. First and foremost, ask a lot of questions, make notes, draw maps. Work together, devise schemes, recruit allies. Dice are dangerous. You're going to find that out in this. So when you have a clever plan, you don't need to roll the dice. But if you're reckless and brave, you may have to roll the dice. Play to win, but delight in losing. That's a key thing. And then fight dirty, run, die, and roll a new mouse. Not be like prepared, or maybe you're going to roll a new mouse. You probably will. So be ready there. Then pretty simple system. There's going to be saves. It's a D20 roll under. And you got your dex, your strength, and your will. Advantages and disadvantages, 2 D20s. Take the high, take the low. Magic is a fun little system. So there's probably going to be magic that comes up tonight. If you have a spell, you can choose to roll either 1, 2, or 3 D6s. And then depending on what the spell says, those dice will determine it. But if you roll 6s, that's a miscast and it deals massive damage back to yourself. So be careful. Combat's going to be super easy. There's no to hit roll. You're just going to roll straight damage. And then there's resting mechanics that we really don't need to get into, because we're just going to grind. Who needs rest? But no, take your short rests so you can replenish your hit protection. But yeah, so that's just kind of a brief overview of that rules reference sheet. And yeah, we're going to jump into a wonderful adventure tonight, written by Brian Stauffer, called Shattered Rain. And why don't y'all introduce us to our brave and daring mice adventurers, our Mises.
All right, my character is Fennel White. I am a hedge witch, born under the star sign, which I think you'll hear quite often. I am brave and reckless. I have white fur. I am still figuring out my weapon, because I just woke up recently and the coffee is not kicked in yet, but we'll get there. And that is me. And we can also, why don't we kick next to my brother?
So I am Wormwood White. I am the brother of Fennel. I also am born under the star sign, and so I am brave and reckless. I'm a beekeeper. I have gray fur and patched clothing, and I wield a small spear made of the stinger of one of my bees.
Oh, yeah. Well, me, I'm Butter Seedfall. Callback. I am a mouse born under the star sign, which I'm sure you've never heard before. So I'm brave and reckless. I have tan fur that I've dyed with a like marbly black and gold pattern because I'm just so angsty from escaping being a test subject. I wield a kind of like scalpel with a broken handle. So it's small enough for me to wield that I stole during my escape. Yeah.
Savage. Well, because you are also brave and reckless, that wrote the backstory for how this adventure started. The three of you have gotten into some questionable activities for mice. You've branched out from your colony and you've begun working for a spider, a large tarantula witch by the name of Olixia. And Olixia is she's looking for some pretty impressive magic items, and she is willing to pay you each 1,500 pips, which in Mausritter, pips is the currency. Depending on who you ask, it's just a gold-plated seed, or it's an actual coin. I'll let you determine what it looks like to you. But she's willing to pay you each 1,500 pips to discover what is the cause of the Everstorm. The Everstorm is, as long as any mouse can remember, the Everstorm has been raging. Torrential downpours, stiff winds, and the crackle of lightning and thunder engulf the area around a half-buried, abandoned power transformer. Those few mice that have entered the storm have returned raving about the living dead. A haunting specter made entirely of lightning is rumored to be there, and the mad lightning wizard who is behind it all. But lately, the dead have grown more bold, and they have been attacking and dragging travelers deep within the transformer. And
Were they also born under the star sign?
Yeah, some of them were. Others were born under the sign of Mother, which meant they're nurturing. So I don't know what they were doing over there, but they're not being too nurturing now.
All I'm saying is it sounds like star signs are September babies, because all these mouse mommies and daddies really get it on during Christmas, apparently. So got a whole batch, apparently, a generation. Don't know what adventure happened prior, but yeah.
I love it. So we'll pick right up. You guys are trudging through. It was about a day's journey from your colony to this beat down neighborhood, human houses dilapidated, and there is one of those just green transformer boxes half buried in mud. You can see it in the distance, but the clouds are just swarming around. The rain is just crushing down. Lightning strikes everywhere, and the ground is covered in mud. How did y'all prepare to make this journey into the wet, muddy, lightning-filled?
Oh, I found like a piece of like a garbage bag or something and just like ripped it off, and I have like essentially like a poncho on, you know.
Nice.
I've wrapped my feet in other parts of the same trash bag, you know, and it's just
Awesome.
it's got like tape or string around my feet.
Yeah, makeshift hazmat style. We're just all scurrying through. Stay dry.
Question. So I'm a hedge witch, and you said that in this adventure there's a spider witch that we're dealing with.
Yeah. So she's really the one who sent you out on this mission. Being a tarantula, just kind of zooming out real quick, mice can't necessarily speak to spiders because in Mausritter, the language and communication system is you can speak to species of the same like genus. So all rodents can talk to each other. Mice have no problem. Like a hamster and a mouse, there'd be some difficulty with dialect, but you could do it. And then you have to make a will save for mammals. So to see if you could talk to a cat, you have to pass a will save. But if it's outside of your like genus of the animal kingdom. You can't speak, but this is a spider witch. She knows how to talk because she's got some magical spells to make it happen. And so yeah, you tell me how you're connected to her.
Well, so I'm a hedge witch, and if there's a spider witch, can I say that she's like my kind of mentor-y kind of a little bit?
It's perfect. I love it.
Does she talk through other mice?
She doesn't, but her cousin does, and is kind of a mouse puppeteer. It's kind of creepy. Yeah.
So weapon-wise, question: could I have like a spider fang or something like that, or?
Beautiful. Yeah, you can have a spider fang. It's going to take 1 item slot because Mausritter uses a slot-based inventory system. And we'll say a spider fang. It'll be a light weapon. So it deals D6. But maybe there's a little spider venom left in it. And so we'll say you know how to push that venom out if you need it, and it'll be a D6 plus 1 1 or 2 times tonight. Yeah.
I'll take that. And then so I imagine it as almost like why it was in my brain and it broke. You know those daggers you can have on your belt that has like that curved blade off the front, like a kai bar or something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that, where it can like spin around and do that. I imagine I've like yes. So I've imagined I've kind of like drilled a hole in the back, and I can actually like spin it so it's like go forward, or I can have it like spiked out the back like that, almost fangish. Perfect. All right.
Yeah, that's sick. I love it. All
right.
So do you guys have anything else you want to see as you're making your way to the power transformer, or are you guys just making a beeline?
So it's like almost like a muddy field leading up to it. It's sort of buried in the distance. There's the dilapidated houses around. I feel like we don't want to be out in the rain too much. I think
or like sticking to like against like broken down fences and like moving under hedges and stuff, you know.
Awesome. So as you guys are making your way, the closer you get, your vision is becoming more and more obscured as the rain is like so thick and palpable. It's like obstructing your vision, and the clouds just seem to be getting thicker and thicker. Would one of you roll a d6 for me?
I can. 3.
A 3. Okay, we were checking to see if you encountered anything on your approach. Mausritter, you'll be running encounters every couple turns. You roll a d6. On a 1, there's an encounter. On a 2, there's an omen of a potential encounter. But on a 3 through 6, you're safe. So you guys dodged a bullet. You guys make your way up to this transformer, like creeping your way around near some plants, some bushes, staying out of the line of sight. Off in the distance, you can see what look to be mice working and like walking around, but they're moving very unnatural. And it's clear they're a little slower. They're just droning about, but they're not alive. Is what you'd be able to surmise from this. At the front of this big power transformer, you see a small hole down at the entrance of it. And so I think we've got a map we could throw up. There is a small entrance in the front of this thing, and it doesn't seem to be guarded. There's just a couple lamps that flash, and as they flash, the thunder rolls. So what do y'all do?
The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Anyway, I think the brave and reckless one should make a decision.
Why don't we all brave and recklessly move forward, you know?
Awesome. So as you guys make your way to this entrance, as you peer in, you can hear this just droning electrical hum. It's not loud, it's just there. It's constantly there. And it's a little off-putting and unnerving. but you can hear outside the howl of the storm. But as you make your way in, the storm is still there, but it's now beginning to be drowned out by this little just electrical hum that's in the background. Directly in front of you is the statue of a mouse with his arms spread wide. And he has a metal chest suspended from chains, one in either hand. He's holding these chains, and there's a metal chest that is hanging there in between.
Ooh. Hey, I want that.
Well, let me tell you just a little bit more. The paws of this statue, they emit an ominous buzzing. It's becoming, as you get closer to this, it's becoming more and more aware that the buzzing sound that you're hearing is originating from the hands that are holding the chains.
Hey, when you guys go up there and touch it and see what happens?
Absolutely.
Does anyone have like a ranged item that you could use to get down? I think I have.
Oh hell, I have a net.
A
I have a
net?
net.
A
A net.
Hmm.
And thematically, I think it's going to be attached to some spider webbing instead of like a rope.
Shit.
Yeah. So I think it's made of the spider webbing. So I'm like, good to go up. And I look, sorry, I approach, I'm like right, like not under it, but like a step back. How loud is this buzzing?
Yeah, it's getting ever louder the closer you get to it. And if you're standing right in front of it, it's so off-putting, you'd want to cover your ears. It's just this jostling.
And remind me, in the world of Mausritter, how much encountering with electricity would I have as a pretty standard beekeeper mouse?
Yeah, if you grew up in like the country, in the wild, maybe not that much, but we'll say you guys grew up in the city, and so humans are around. You've probably found a flashlight. You know what a battery is. Maybe your cousin licked a 9-volt battery and was laid up for 3 months as a result.
Okay, so I'd have some, but I know it's dangerous, but I wouldn't know exactly. Like, I wouldn't understand the concept of transference of electricity. Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw this net to get this thing down, or to try to like climb up.
Awesome. So you throw the spider web netting onto this, and the netting itself, because it's made out of organic matter, it slowly begins to sizzle. You can smell like burning spider web, and it actually begins to like spark and catch fire.
Yeah. I step back. I'm like, I look to the hedge witch, my brother.
Yeah. I look at Butter and I'm like, that was a good call. We should I feel like we should go run up and grab that, huh?
Yeah. Butter is thinking back to his time as a test subject of humans and the feeling of electricity, and like, yeah, I don't think I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm very
Take one
familiar
trauma.
with this, and yeah, I'm good, honestly. So, you know, do I think? I guess it'd be hard to tell because I'm not sure how much the chest weighs. But do I feel like if I severed one chain, that would be enough to drop, for it to drop?
Yeah, I would say you would know from being a test subject. You've seen like some electrical wiring, and you would know that if you break the current of one of those, chances are it's not going to be as shocking of an experience.
So butter is like, also I love that it's butter, not butters. There's no S, so just butter. Butter's like, it's fine, and he like flares his trash bag poncho and reaches into his bag and pulls out like a stone tablet of magic missile. Yeah, because he's a test subject. So
yes.
And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast magic missile on one of those fine chains.
Oh, I love that. So just a reminder on the magic, you can choose to put 1, 2, or 3 d6s into that, and magic missile will deal some. So the total of however of what the dice result is, plus the amount of dice damage. So.
I feel like, hold on, how many pips do I, or how many things do I? It only has 3 uses. I feel like I'm just going to use 1.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a
And
D6.
where's my character sheet? And I rolled an 8. I have a will of 10. And I'll roll 1 die. And I did 2. So plus 1 is 3.
Okay, yeah. As this like jolt of magic just bursts forth from this obsidian spell tablet, the spirit that that resides within the stone shoots this like arcane bolt at the chain right where it's attached to the chest, and it snaps, and the chest swings, and there's enough weight from the swing that it detaches from the other chain, falls upside down on the ground. The humming stops, and you can see that the chest kind of sparks a little bit on the ground, but now it is dead silent.
Nice. Okay,
Nice.
now one of you go touch it, just in case.
So it's no longer buzzing at all.
That is correct.
All right. I clap my brother on the shoulder.
It's time. We both take our feet up to kick the chest open.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. As you kick the chest open, why don't Fennel, why don't you roll a D20 for me to see what is in here? That's the other thing with Mausritter. It's built on random tables, so we're going to find this out together. It's just as exciting for the game master.
1d20.
I love me some random table games, you know? Like, I don't know what's going to happen either, man.
19.
19. Okay, very cool. So roll a D6 then for me as well.
Shh. Love that. 2.
A 2? Okay. Within this chest is a bottle. And within this bottle is this microscopic lightning storm. What you now have is lightning in a bottle. And if you uncap this, you will release the storm within. If you don't uncap it and you take it back to Elixia, the Spider Witch, she'd probably pay you for it in addition to what she's paying you for on this mission. Lightning in a bottle is quite rare.
Damn. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll hold up the bottle and I'll say that to Butter and my brother here that if we have to use it, I feel like I feel like she'll be a big fan of us, but you know, like maybe she'll learn, like I can learn a new spell or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you did get that down. You did do all the work to get that down. So as long as you get your proper reward.
You definitely deserve all the accolades.
My win is our win. You know what I mean? Like it's all of us. We all get the W. Listen, I'm just saying.
It's like when you have a manager who makes like twice as much as you. It's like, listen, hey, when the team wins, we all win. You know?
I'm not saying I want it exclusively for me. I'm just saying since she's my teacher and it is a spell, we'll all reap the rewards. And I'm not saying I have to be the one to give it to her, but if we as a group give it to her and she happens to reward me magically,
I'm like,
I'm fine.
and I'm like packing my tablet or the obsidian tablet back into my bag, and I'm like, okay.
So questions for our spell tablets, that does that need to be carried or is that in our pack?
So the spell tablet to actually cast it needs to be in your paws. But you can throw it back in your backpack, and it could be in the pack slots. So pretty much anything, if you're going to want to use it, it needs to be in your hands. And in combat, it takes a turn to switch out items. So keep that in mind for how you have it all laid out.
And then so lightning in a bottle is an item. It's not a spell, right? Does it have uses, or is it just like a one time you open it up and?
Yeah, so it has it has uses, and so there's some way that you're going to be able to. Maybe it's like a genie. You can open it, let the storm out, and call it back in. but after
Me in
each
the bottle, baby.
Gotta touch me the right way.
old school, I love it.
So also real quick, the character sheet you sent me, you know how there was like this weird image thing that I couldn't figure out? Well, on the Mausritter side, there's the item card studio.
Oh yeah,
I've been exporting that, and it's been working great. So
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Yeah, and so you'll be able to use that, and after you use it, you roll a d6 for usage, and if it's a 3, 2, or a 1, there's no usage. 4 through 6, you'll just mark one of the 3 usage dots, and so we'll keep that in mind as we're going through. But what you guys see on the other side of the statue is an archway leading deeper into this power transformer. You can smell ozone, and there's a steady clinking of pickaxes on the stones.
Oh.
Okay. I'm like, I put the towel away and I stand up, we hear that. I'm like, you know what? And I pull it back out and I hold it in one paw. And the other one, I draw my scalpel blade.
Awesome.
Yeah, I definitely grab my spear, thinking of the weirdly moving mouses from outside and the tales of dead mouse risen.
Yeah. The spider fang is out. You know. Oh, we armored at all? Do we have anything besides our like trash bag hazmat suits on? And did we decide that at all?
Did any of you have armor as a starting item?
Yeah, I have a lead coat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's going to do 1 defense. So you'll just, let's say someone dealt 4 damage to you. It's actually 3.
Right. Cool.
Nice. No,
Yeah.
I just have my trash bag hazmat suit.
Love it.
Same. Great. Dope. Awesome. Good times.
So as you guys make your way through this archway, it opens up quite a bit to quite a large, it looks like a quarry or a mine of some kind. It's dimly lit by like these blue flickering lights. And what you see is 3 of those mice that you had seen outside, much of the same. They're patchwork rodents that just seem to be mindlessly, faithfully serving whoever brought them back to life. But they are mining the rock that's under here for some fulgurite, which fulgurite is fossilized lightning. And so they're just with their pickaxes slowly chipping away at the rock. What's also in this room are 2 automatas, which are these small crab-like automatons that seem to be powered by a crystal of some kind within them. And they are being recharged by some lightning that is coming in from outside. But they are assisting the miners as much as they can. And there's tunnels that break off in every which direction.
Do they seem to notice us?
Roll a d6 for me.
3.
3. No, they are so probably 2 of them. They've seen a really thick vein of this petrified lightning, and so they're just going to town on it. They are close to that to that staircase that's leading up on the far side of the room. Directly in front of you, there is a staircase leading up and out, and then to your left, there's a couple tunnels, but also a staircase that seems to be leading down and out of this room.
I like quietly, I'm nudging, and I'm like, pointing to the staircases, you know?
Yeah. Go. Sure. Lead the way. I'm right behind you, buddy.
Cool. Then I guess I'm gonna against the wall, and then going to that staircase down.
Okay. So as you start making your way, one of the automatas kind of like it's doing a little sidestep, and then it like turns its mechanical head. It sees you, but it was brief enough because you're against the wall that it's registering that as a shadow, and you guys are able to make your way. Before there's that staircase, there is a small tunnel that leads down in the same direction as the staircase, and it's about wide enough for one mice to fit down.
Oh, I go in it.
Okay,
I squeeze right in.
Nice.
So
Very brave and reckless.
Butter's making his way, and Wormwood dips right behind him down into this little tunnel. Down in the little tunnel, you find one chunk of unrefined fulgurite, and this one chunk of fulgurite would go for about 25 pips.
Oh. So we're in that little tunnel or stairs right before Area 7, right? For
Correct.
those that don't see it on the map will be up. I did put a little icon with like a little mouse with a circle, so that's for those hopping in. That's where we'll be on the map.
I definitely, as I like sneak back around to the steps, I'm gonna want to like drop some. I have a jar of honey, and I feel like the deadite mice and the automaton crabs won't enjoy the honey in it, so I'm gonna like plop a few globs on the staircase as I like behind me.
Very nice. Very nice. Good call. As you guys make your way down this staircase, you begin to see, feel, and hear rainwater dripping steadily from the ceiling, and the room itself is a completely flooded room. You can see off to the right-hand side, there is a doorway and a ledge out into the water, with a doorway leading out, and then directly in front of you, across this chasm of water, there is another door, but it's not an archway that's open. There is a very legitimate wooden door across this water. And you can see the sparkle of something underwater, like the glint of some object.
I like tie my backpack extra tight, and I like really make sure my sword's attached, and I just jump in.
Okay. You jump in the water, and you very quickly realize that it is a little bit deeper than just a small puddle. You're about 6 inches tall. We'll say it's just over a foot deep of water. With your lead like armor that you're wearing,
oh, I forgot.
You start like sinking, and you're flapping your hands and your ears above the water, but you find yourself you're sinking fast. Can you give me a dex save? Which for those who aren't familiar, a dex save or any save, you're going to roll a d20 at or under your attribute to succeed.
Yeah, I failed that. So
okay, you are beginning to drown. What do your companions do upon seeing this?
I'm gonna like
laugh loud.
I'm gonna shoot out my small spear, trying to like snag his coat. So trying to definitely not stab him, not stab my friend, but get that.
You hand the butt end out to me,
No, I definitely did the pointy end.
We'll say that the failed dex save, you see it punch through the water, and you're reaching for it, but you're having a hard time grabbing it. I need you to take 1 point of damage, which is actually going to be negated by the armor. I rolled a d6 and it was 1. So you're able to hold your breath, but the armor is hurting you here as you begin to sink a little bit more. Wormwood, if you want to do a dex save to like really like stick out the spear a little bit.
I'm going to reach out, hyperextend. I'm used to doing all kinds of stretching for tending to my bees.
Can I grab onto something and grab onto Wormwood as well to do that kind of like chain off the edge of thing kind of situation? Yeah.
Yeah, so with that assistance, we won't even need to roll. You're able to get it out there, and Butter is able to just like with his last just grasp of both breath and strength, you grab it, and the two of you are able to pull him to the water, and right as he like flops onto the shore, Fennel, you and Wormwood see what looks like a serpent's tail just kind of like splash out of the water, and electricity shoots from it, reverberating off the walls as it makes a big splash. And then as you turn, you see this like shadowy shape, serpentine like, slither off into the water.
So you can't swim while wearing lead.
Yeah, you you okay there, buddy? You
yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be, as deep as it was.
Yeah. I think we should lean more towards brave and less towards reckless,
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. I know we're all star signs, which is really important. The stars in which you're born really describe your entire personality and everything about you. We don't have our crystals though, so
That was a good one.
so snake everyone saw the snake situation. Should we not be here for that?
No, yeah, I don't like snakes. Snakes are bad news bears, and those have
I
sparkles.
stood up, I'm like, wait, there's a snake?
Yeah. So did you say it was like not in the water? It like was on the ceiling or something, went into the water?
No, it looks as though it had come up from the depths of the water, slapped its tail, humpback whale style, and then swam down and away.
It was the thing that, okay, it's the thing that was seen down below.
It had a different glint to it.
Oh, so there is something down there. I start thinking.
You know what? I feel like we could get it on the way out. I feel like there's other places we could go. I already got to deal with spiders all the time because of my boss. I'm not a fan of snakes too.
Hey, you got that storm in the bottle though. Oh, lightning and water,
Right, it's literally a lightning snake in the water already, so I feel like
That'll supercharge it. That's a bad plan, is what Fennel's saying.
Electricity out. You're right. Okay.
Okay, maybe let's try this door. Can we like skirt around to the door?
Yeah, so I would say if you're gonna look to like skirt around the left-hand side, the puddle kind of extends beyond this room, and there's no way to get across on the left-hand side. If you are able to make a dex save, there is the slightest of ledge, and if you like stick your stick in, it does get a little bit shallower around the right-hand side. So you would be able to potentially skirt the ledge, and if you did get in the water, it would only be maybe waist deep for you.
Okay, that's a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Nice knowing you.
Oh, we're just going for it. All right, bro.
I got a 4. I have a dex of 7.
Okay. So we'll say you lead the way, and you're able to kind of mark out a good path with your paw prints.
My tail. You can hold on to my tail.
So you guys would be able to skirt along. As you do, you look out, and you can see that now the glint from this vantage point, it's just off in the water. It's probably 8 inches under the water, and it's 10 inches away from you. You don't see any shadows. You don't hear any splashing. And so you see that, and then just directly in front of you is the ledge that has the archway leading out. There does not appear to be a ledge from the archway around the corner to the wooden doors.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going.
Listen,
I've learned my lesson. Lead sinks.
Yeah. Listen, buddy, bro, my friend, my family, my literal family. I know what you're thinking. You do you, man. I got you.
It's fine.
You said it's 8 inches. And we're about 6 inches.
Yep.
8
And
inches,
it's about
you know?
10 inches out. So you could do a nice little
I
swell dive.
tie my sizzled spider web. It's no longer a net. It's sort of just a blob.
Yep.
A long blob. I tie that around. I'm like, I got you, bro. I got this.
All right.
This can't be any worse
So-
than the bees.
So can we actually get to like the staircase a little bit? Is there
Yeah.
like a landing at the bottom?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
if I sneak around and kind of look up, do I see anything at the top?
So it's actually a very steep staircase. It's much steeper than the one that you guys had come down originally. But what you are able to pick up is bursts of lightning, and you can hear just like loud cracks. So it's not that you're necessarily seeing the lightning; you're just seeing like the silhouette of the room being lit
Gotcha.
up.
Okay, so then and if Butter wants to come as well, could we like brace ourselves in the, because what I think you're thinking is you tied a net around yourself, you're jumping in and I'm holding on to the other end of it, right? Yeah. So can we brace ourselves kind of in
Yep.
that landing a little bit, and I'll just kind of I'll tie it around my waist as well.
I love it.
And you know,
I'll hold
I'll
on
be
to
wrong.
it where it's tied around his waist, you know?
Yeah. All right, and I'll
Right.
brace myself in, and
I love it. I love it. Goblin Archives, can you give me a dexterity save?
Oh yeah. Okay.
This, you're gonna successfully be able to do this. How athletically and loudly in the water you're gonna be able to do this.
Oh yeah,
That's what
because
this
what
is.
could the potential consequence of being in the water where there's this electrical serpent, you know?
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah.
We good.
Oh yepers! I rolled a 5 and I have a dex of 7.
All right, let's go. So you just do this beautiful mouse dive. You're down in the water, and you reach out and your hand catches what was glinting. Can you roll a d6 for me? Let's see exactly what it is.
3.
A 3. What you grab is it's actually a gem, and as your friends are pulling out your spider web and you get back to the bank, you take a look at this gem, and it's what's known as a lightning gem, and like the lightning that's up the staircase behind you, there's like little trickles of it that like dust their way down over your heads to that stone. And actually you can see now glowing at the bottom of this puddle. What you thought was a snake is actually an electric eel, and it seems to be surging with electricity underwater, and little bits of electricity are just like popping out of the water towards this stone. It's clear this stone is attracting electricity.
Does it react to the unrefined fulgurite?
Ooh, that's a good good question. As you put them together, roll for me a will save.
Okay, my will is 11. It's my highest,
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
and I got another 5.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna say that this being petrified and unrefined, they almost like magnetically link to one another, and you're actually beginning to feel a hum in your hand. I don't know how you can feel a hum, but that's what we're saying. And it's just reverberating within your paw, and will like static electricity. Your fur is starting to rise.
Oh, I tie this to my spear.
Okay. Okay.
Not like at
Okay.
the top of the spear, but like at the base of the needle part.
Okay. Cool. While this is happening, the electricity that you're seeing in the water, as you're tying it, Fennel and Butter, they're beginning to see the glow is getting closer to the surface, and the water is beginning to bubble as this electrical current is boiling the water closer to the surface. Shards of like lightning are shooting up towards that spear.
Hey, yeah.
He's still he's still in the water, right? He's just like playing with his spear and stuff while the water's boiling around him.
Oh no. I figured.
I got pulled back up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I am
Yeah.
looking at that. I'm like doing this as you guys are watching. Like I'm facing you all, tying this as you're like watching me with the bubbling behind.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we why don't we move on, bud?
Oh, what? Oh, I'm like look up. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. As I'm like stroking my spear.
As you guys start making your way up the stairs, one of you just like turns around at the last second to look, and you just see the head of this eel pop out just a little bit, large fangs, and it just, as it like kind of makes a snarling grasp with its mouth, you can see electricity arcing from one fang to the other, but you guys are just right out of its grasp. And as you make your way up these stairs, you enter into a room, and now you can see what was causing the flashes. There is a large metal sphere that's hanging from chains down from the ceiling. There are 4 lightning bugs flying all around the room. There is one of those automatas there, and it's like directly under the orb, and it is just like ingesting lightning. The crystal on the back of it is like glowing and pulsating. It's clearly being charged up. And I need, let's see, Butter, you have a scalpel and lead armor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fennel, what are you rocking? You have a spider fang, right?
Yeah, I have the Spider Fang K-bar that might have a little poison in it.
Do you have any metal on you?
I don't think so, unless the lightning bottle is all glass, right?
Yep, it's
so
good.
I don't think so.
And Wormwood, you don't have anything metal on you either, do you?
No, unless the jar of honey has a metal top.
No, we'll say it was a cork.
Okay,
But what
so then no.
what you do have is you do have unrefined fulgurite now magnetically attracted to this to this lightning gem.
Attached to my spear.
Yeah, as Wormwood and Butter, as you walk into this room, lightning surges at you. It is attracted to the gem, and it's attracted to the metallic items of Butter. Both of you are going to take the charged condition. So what conditions are in Mausritter is they are not always negative, but most of the time negative side effects that occupy slots in your item sheet. And what the charge condition is when it is cleared, you will take and deal D6 electrical damage to your dex and anyone else who you're dealing this damage to. And the way to clear it is to touch conductive materials. So you now have an electrical charge to you that is storing up energy that will hurt you, but potentially hurt an enemy as well.
Great.
If we throw the thing that's charged,
you yourself are charged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Your fur is standing on end. But as you walk into this room, we'll say, since Fennel, you're the only one who hasn't been charged, Ryan, would you roll a d6 for me to see if any of these things notice you?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. The 4 lightning bugs that were flying around, upon seeing the 3 of you enter, they take notes and they take formation. As these little fireflies, supercharged by the lightning, form up and buzz right at you. And that's going to take us to our first combat of the night. There is initiative roll, and the initiative roll is just a dex save. If you succeed, you're going to go before the enemies. If you fail, you go after them.
Do we each make a save, or does it just one for the?
Yeah. Each one of you.
I failed.
Oh, I failed hardcore
Yeah.
by a ton.
The stats are so tiny. It's like I rolled a 13. I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 on a 7.
Yeah.
My dex is actually 12, and I still failed. 'Cause I rolled a 14.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, they're
About
gonna
to
get
be dive bombed.
they're gonna get the jump on you. As these fireflies, they just buzz in. And the first of these fireflies to make their attack is going to swing in and is going to make an attack at Fennel. Fennel, you are going to take 2 damage to your HP, your hit protection. So damage is going to hit protection. When hit protection drops to 0, you'll start taking strength damage. And if you take strength damage, you will have to make a strength save, trying to beat your new number, at which point, if you fail that, you take critical damage and are unconscious.
Dope.
So 2 damage as it shocks you.
Okay. That's my max is my current. All right, I'm down to 3 HP.
Okay. The next one swinging in makes an attack at Wormwood, and he hits you for 3 damage as this shocking just.
That brings me down to 3. I had 6 HP, so I'm like, shit.
All right. The next one swings in, and he goes right for the statically charged butter and makes an attack, and he hits you for 2.
And I have 1 armor, so.
Yep. And the last of these bugs swings in for his opportunity, and he comes right behind the one that just attacked Butter, and he makes a shocking attack at Butter as well. That one was a powerhouse. He'd been like rubbing his wings together, building up as much static electricity as he shocks you for 5 damage.
Okay, so 5, so 4. So I'm at 0 HP, and I took strength damage, so I'm gonna make a strength save to beat 9. Where's my dice? There it is. Very good. I rolled a 20.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Everything's going really great. Just if
Yeah.
you were wondering.
So what you guys catch out of the corner of your eye, much like those electric fly swatters, Butter just like arcs in this blue shock, and his like body just goes limp as he falls to the ground. But Wormwood, you are up.
How far are we from the automaton?
It is about probably two feet away from you. So
And we can move about
4 mouse
12,
lengths. Yeah.
12 inches in one time.
Yep.
And how close would I be able to hit one of the bugs?
Yeah. The bugs are now swarming you.
Okay. I am just going to, I prefer bees over fireflies. And I just shove the spear right at the bulbous electrical part of the one that just hit Butter.
And I'm going to say you can do that with advantage because you're a beekeeper. You're used to buzzing bugs and wrangling them. So whatever your damage is with that, I think it's a D10. Give me 2 D10s and take the higher.
Mm-hmm. Let me do that. Roll those 2. It's going to be 5 damage.
Okay. You stab into this bulbous abdomen of this lightning bug. As you do, the gem that is attached to your spear, it arcs off the lightning bug and arcs back off of you as well. Roll a d6 for me. You want to roll high, but you also don't want to roll high because this is coming back at you as well.
Okay, 3.
3. Okay. That's enough to kill the lightning bug that was attacking you, that you attacked, as this electrical current courses through it. It splats with this just blue goo, and you take this arc as your fur lays flat again. You no longer have the charge condition. That takes us to Fennel.
So I took 3 though, so I'm at HP 0.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna take a fallout for that. No, wrong game.
Wrong game.
All right, Fennel, what do you got?
All right, so sorry, I was playing with music. So these things are buzzing in the air. Do I have reach at all to be able to hit these things?
Yeah, we'll say because of where they are and how combat is happening all at once, you're going to be reacting right as it made its shocking buzz at you. You could do whatever you want to do back at it.
Yeah, I'll try to, as it's like coming in towards me, I'll try to like slide to the side and do that kind of thing, you know, where like the creature shoots by you and you just kind of stick your blade in and like slice along it.
Yeah.
I'll do that with my my spider fang situation, but I won't try to I won't try to
Yep.
push any poison out of it or anything like that.
Cool. Give me a D6.
All right, D6. I'm gonna move my dice roller over here. Too many windows. D6. So I had a 4.
Okay, you hit this thing, and you just cut this like severing like chasm in its side. As it goes by, electricity just like arcs off the goop that begins to drip from this thing. It's not down, but it turns back around, and that's going to take us to that very lightning bug. It is going to swing back and make a shocking attack at you, but it deals 1 damage. And then lightning bug number 3 is going to swing in and make an attack at Wormwood. It hits you for 2.
Okay. So I'm at that's right to strength because I had no HP.
Okay.
And so now I'll make a strength save to see if I take critical damage.
He's gonna pass. Watch.
Oh no, I did not pass. I rolled an 18. So I am also down.
All right. So as you fall to the ground, what you don't feel because you're unconscious is your fur stand back up as you take the critical condition charged again. Lightning bug number 3, the only remaining lightning bug, wheels around, sees 2 of its quarries down, and makes a beeline right back at Fennel, and deals 1 damage. You're getting all the good rolls tonight.
I have one left. One hit protection left.
And that's going to take us to Butter. You can make a strength save. And if you succeed your strength save, you come to, but that will be your turn. Nope. Still down on the ground. Wormwood, you can make a strength save as well.
Let's see if the power of Grayskull will save me. No, very much a 12 on an 8.
Oh.
So I stay there. Fur still sticking up, just like.
Yeah. So Fennel, the sight that you see is your 2 companions just kind of like pulsating. One of these bugs just splattered. One of them is dripping its guts, but then the other ones, they're making their way at you. What do you and your Spider Fang Karambit do?
What? How many are left in this room?
There are 3, and one of them is severely injured.
Okay,
Fail.
I run and leave my brother to die. No, So I have the lightning in a bottle. If I feel like if I use that, it's not going to kill the lightning bug. I feel like these are all.
I don't know. I did electrical damage to the one.
Do we
So
feel
nice.
like this is when? I feel like we're all dying if I don't. So I feel like, I have multiple uses on the lightning in a bottle, right? You said.
Yes. You will have at least a minimum of 3.
Okay, dope. So, and they're all buzzing around. Is there? So what I would like to do, what I ideally would like to do, is kind of like run in a direction so that they're all kind of like chasing me. So maybe they line up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I want to start running towards the wall, and as I do, I'm going to like roll, pull the lightning out, and when I get up, I'm kind of like crouched down, and I just like open the bottle like kind of in their direction.
Oh yes, the classic chain lightning. As you do this, they begin buzzing and they're chasing you. You're running, and you see now, as you're getting ready to make this like epic turn and lightning blast, you do notice that the automata is making note of what's happening, and it has moved out from underneath the orb. You turn down, you open the bottle, this rush of like dark cloud pops out, and you can't see it because the cloud now is blocking this, but the bugs are terrified. And an arc of lightning shoots through this into one of the bugs, chains to the next bug, chains to the next bug, and you just hear this pop, pop, pop. And as you put the cork back on the bottle, bringing the storm back in, you now see the just carapaces of 3 dead lightning bugs, only to hear this mechanical grinding as you turn your head, and there is a crab-like mech making its way towards you. It is still probably a turn or 2 out.
So, okay, this crab-like mech came out from under the orb in the middle, because we're in room 3. Where, in relation to these like stairs down to area 2, are we? And how many turns would it take to throw both my companions down the stairs?
You guys are like your companions are passed out at the top of the staircase because these bugs hit you right as you came in.
So we're back in like towards 7, that staircase.
Yeah.
You are probably over by staircase 3, but you could get there in a turn and do what you need to do.
Is healing a touch spell?
So the spell heal, you will need to have your tablet in your hand, but you are able to heal some strength. So the total of whatever your dice you roll, you're able to heal that much strength damage. It won't necessarily restore HP, because HP will restore D6 plus 1 every short rest, which is just taking a swig of water. But for any of your companions who took strength damage, you can replenish that with heal.
Is there a way to aid to help out of unconscious?
Yeah, so I'll say you guys are out of combat for a turn,
Okay.
and so both of you would come to.
So we have a brief moment of not respite. We don't get our HP back, but like we're up, but it's about to re-encounter.
Yeah. If you stay in this room, you are going to re-encounter here in just a second.
Do we throw this thing down the stairs? How heavy is it?
Oh, I was gonna throw your ass down the stairs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just getting
no.
out of here.
The automaton, it's not fast. It is somewhat clunky as it's moving. But this one does have a very brightly blue glowing crystal on the back of it, seemingly fully charged.
Okay, I'm gonna chuck the jar of honey at its joints as we run away.
Okay.
Which way are we running? Did we decide?
I think we run.
I think
I'm up. I'm going for it.
so. Did we? Shit. Where's the rules? Go away, map. So are we running towards 5 or running down into like 2, like the open area?
I was thinking up towards 4.
4 or 5.
Oh. I'll follow my brother, whoever runs whichever
Let's go 4.
direction
4
they run.
seems closer. I chuck my jar of honey, trying to get it into goopy goop.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, so it kind of like slips a little bit as the gear mechanisms they trip a little bit. You are able to gain some distance as you're running up the stairs. It is making its way, following you, but this staircase you're able to get up to the top of it, and what you see in this room, as you enter, there are metal beds on a rug that is made of fiberglass, and all of this sits beneath the spread wings of what looks like a very large crow. There are 8 metal beds that have the corpses of these patchwork rodents atop them, one of which has a very clearly visible sapphire earring.
I'm very quickly going to move and push all of these rodents off of these beds.
Okay. As you are pushing all of them off the beds, would one of you roll?
Wait, they're dead, right? They're like
yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Would one of you roll a d6 for me?
Yeah, sure. I rolled a 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are able to push them off the beds without any problems. What you notice that you missed in the haste to push these off the beds is that attached to each of the beds, these metal sheets that they're laying on, is a copper wire. Each one of the copper wires making their way up to the wings of this metal crow sculpture, and you see within the beak of this sculpture there is a spell tablet, that very recognizable obsidian tablet with carvings on it. And these carvings are unlike carvings you have seen before. This is a new spell. And as you're looking and as you're seeing that, the spell goes off, and it shoots electricity through the sculpture, through the copper wires, and all of these metal beds just like shake and reverberate with electrical charge. And then just as quickly as it came, the electrical charge is gone.
You stopped them from Frankensteining. Good job.
Thanks.
I eat some ration. I want to regain my HP.
Me too. I'm the same.
Do we have to eat ration for that, or is it just a moment of respite?
Yeah, it's just a moment of respite. You can take a swig of water. But what I do need to do is any items that were used in that last round of combat, we're going to check to see if they take a usage dot. So I need you to roll a d6, and on a 4, 5, or a 6, you're going to need to mark one of the usage off of those.
So 1 for my spear, 1 for my jar. I threw my jar of honey, so that's used up.
Yeah, I would say your jar of honey's gone at this point.
Okay, so I'll just 1 for my spear.
Yep.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so put 1 usage on your spear. Once you hit all 3, that item is broken.
I just went down instantly, so no worries here.
That's true.
So I rolled a 2 for my Spider Fang, and I rolled a 4 for my Lightning in a Bottle.
Okay, so your lightning in a bottle, it had 1 use. So a little bit of that, a little bit of that storm floated away.
So it's gone now. My lightning in a bottle is gone.
No. It had 3. It had 3 uses.
Oh, I thought you said it had 1 use. Gotcha. Okay,
yeah.
Still got some. All right.
Yep.
We're good.
Cool. What you see in this room, in addition to the metal sculpture with the crow with the spell tablet in his mouth, is there are clearly 2 doorways, one to the left and one to the right, leading out of this room. Both with steel doors.
Crow's mouth?
It's roughly the size of a real crow. So we'll say 10 inches. You could scurry up there.
I would like to scurry up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you scurry up this metal crow. The closer you get to the top of it, you can actually just like hear the ever so slight hum, as it still has some static to it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything as of yet.
I pull the tablet out of its mouth.
Okay, give me a strength save.
Yeah, three, and I currently have a 9. So
Okay, yeah, awesome. So without any trouble at all, you are able to break this tablet out from its metal beaks,
nice.
and you now are the proud owner of the spell Reviving Bolt. It can deal some damage. If a target has 0 strength, it will reanimate said target for D6 turns, and they will obey you for all of those turns. The way to recharge this spell, so when spells use all of their usage dots, they come with a recharge property, and this one's recharge is you have to hold it towards the stormy sky for an entire watch, so 6 hours, while standing on a headstone.
I love of all the things in Mausritter, because it's a great game for those listening, especially for newer players. It's a sick game. The recharging of the fucking spells is like the coolest thing.
Feels very arcane, you know.
But I will say, if we know what that spell is, Butter, we should 100% sell that to the Spider Witch. I guarantee she will give us a bajillion pips for that.
Maybe.
Just throw it out there. Not even for me. I'm not even trying to get something for her. I'm just saying for us.
Let's be honest, though. Seeing how things have been
it's her
going,
wheelhouse. Yeah.
We might need to be using it on each other.
But it's a spell slab, though. We can use the shit out of it and then give it to her on charge, and I guarantee she's gonna be down for some lightning undead. I mean, sounds like Spider Witch.
That's an adventuring business. We use the spells, we sell the broken ones back. Recharge it yourself.
That's the
Deals.
Gently used spells, you know.
But I can tell you right now, if you go down, I'm taking that and reviving you and using your undead body. Each of you.
Well,
1000%.
For adventuring purposes,
we all
specifically.
Also to note, remembering, I'm supercharged, so I can't touch anything until it's time to do damage.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
That's right.
But yeah, you guys definitely have my consent to revive my undead body and use me in battle.
Same.
So you said it does some damage, right?
Yep.
Does damage.
And then you can reanimate someone who had 0 strength for D6 turns, and they will obey you for dice amount of those turns.
Okay, so I could like revive somebody for 6 turns, and they could obey me for 1, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Very.
Listen, I'll obey you the whole time. All right, just throwing that out there.
Pinky promise.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
there are 2 doors that lie.
I lost my mouse and me marker. Where'd you go, buddy?
I picked last time. Someone else picked this time.
Right or left?
It's just 2 doors because we don't know meta. I see what's beyond the doors, but unmeta.
Let's roll.
So what happened to the automaton? Is it just not going up the stairs? Is it like a cow? Like it just can't go upstairs? Or no? That's
no. I'm glad you asked. It did not come up the stairs. It has seemed to have gone off in a different direction.
I'm gonna peek my head back down. Throw up. How many fingers do mice have? And is there a middle one?
We'll do the mouse guard 3. Yeah, I like the.
Yeah. So I give them one of these.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Healing.
Awesome.
If we're taking a breather, we got lightning necromancy here. I got HP. We can take a breather. That's how this works here, right?
Yep.
And how does the breather work again?
Yeah, so you can each roll a d6 plus 1 up to your max HP.
They have 5 fingers, by the way. Just throwing it out there. I'm looking at mice paws right now. They got little fibers.
All right.
Dope. All right. So we're down here, short, long, and full rest.
Yeah,
it's so D6 plus 1. All right.
And a long rest is going to take a whole watch, which I don't think is
feasible. I rolled a 4 plus 1, so I get 5 of my 6 HP back.
Yep, perfect.
Ooh, I rolled a 6.
Nice. And what was your max?
5.
5. Yeah. So you're back up to 5, back to your max. And then, how much strength damage did Wormwood or Butter take?
I took 2 strength damage.
Okay.
Okay,
Which
so
one?
heal does strength repair, not HP repair. HP repair is kind of just like it's hit protection.
Yep.
Should have used a different. All right, Chris McDowell. You break
I
my
know
brain.
he set us on that path, and it's
Oh,
just, yeah,
God,
it's-
if there's one thing I could change about Into the Odd, just pick a different. Call it AP, armor protection or something. Anyway,
I like it.
so heal can do strength repair. Can I? I'm gonna heal my brother first to see what happens here.
Okay. Awesome.
So then when I click
Wait,
on
does he have
the
to? Well, do you have to touch me?
No, it is not a touch. He's holding the tablet and the tablet.
Go for it. I stopped and be like, "Don't touch me, bro." Okay, wait, we're good. I don't want to electrocute you.
Well, I appreciate that, brother. So, okay, casting a spell. To cast a spell, your mouse takes a pause. I say the thing out loud. I say, him. And I roll a d6 equal to the power the spell is cast with. And for each die, which shows at least 4, 5, or 6, I mark a usage. The spell's effect, which varies. So I want to heal. I can choose how many die I roll to heal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct.
if I choose 1, I heal him for up to a potential d6.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. So I'll use 1 on Wormwood. I rolled a 5.
Okay, so it works, and you heal him for 5 strength, so he's back up to his max of 12. But you do need to mark a usage on that dice or on that spell tablet.
Okay. So the more effective the spell is, the more likely it is to be like spent as a usage.
Yep,
It's so
exactly.
fucking clever. This whole spell system is taken from another game, right?
Yeah, I think it's the Goblin Laws of Gaming, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So good. And then I'm going to can I just swivel the tablet towards Butter and throw another heal that way?
Nice.
Absolutely.
Butter
Let's,
me up,
low
baby.
rolls. Low rolls here. Let's do it. 1. Great. Well,
So does that take you? Yeah, and does that take you back up to 10 strength?
It does.
Yeah, I mean that's above average, so that's good.
10 out of 11.
And I
Love
only
it.
used 1 usage, and we're good. Okay.
Great, we're great.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tuck that back into my pack, and can we? I mean, before we run out, like copper wire is worth something, right? Can we wind some of these up and like have some like rope even?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a great question. So there are 8 beds. So there are 8 runs of copper wire, and the shorter ones, I would say you could coil those up, and you could probably get 2 of the short ones would make 1 item slot, but the longer ones, it's just going to be 1 full bundle will take up an item slot. So there's the potential of, what is that? 1, 2, 6 item slots worth of copper wire.
I'll take
and
one
how
of the
long are
long
the
ones.
wires? How long are the wires?
Yeah, so the ones that are closest to it are probably like 6 inches of copper wire, and the other ones, depending on how far away the bed is, anywhere from 12 to 18 inches.
Shit. Yeah.
I'll take one of the long ones.
And is a wire like rope thick, or would we be able to like? Could we do a quick braid on it to have like a thicker rope, or would it hold our weight basically? Like,
Yeah. So it would definitely hold your weight. The way I'm
Okay.
thinking it is, they're probably like a D string on a guitar, for any of the musicians.
but for mice, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty heavy gauge cord for you guys. So braiding them is probably out of the picture. But yeah, it will definitely hold your weight, and it will probably hold form.
Okay. I'll just I mean, I guess if it's gonna be 1 item slot for a long one or 1 item slot for 2 short ones, I'll take 2 short ones.
Okay.
And just throw that in.
Awesome. Yeah, keep track of your guys' item slots, because if you fill up all of your item slots, one, you're not able to pick up anything else. If you take a condition, it will cover one of your item slots. And the way I do that is I roll a d6, and whatever the number in your inventory backpack is, it randomly will cover it up, which can be unfortunate sometimes. But yeah.
All right,
Where
as I coil these 2 wires that have been sticking out my pack, I chuck some incense sticks, and I just leave them.
All right.
Nice.
What flavor were they, or scent? I guess you don't eat incense sticks.
You
What?
could.
I'm not. I mean, yeah. What's a normal incense flavor? Can it be anything?
Yeah.
Patchouli.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Or it's dragon blood.
Cedar for sure. We got some cedar wood sticks. Let a little sappiness get on it. Man, I debate for a second, and then I do take the copper wire though.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Cool.
Cedar incense sticks. Sandalwood is good too.
While you guys are doing this, would one of you roll a d6 for me?
Sure.
Yeah. A 1. So as you are doing this, we're going to roll another d6 to see exactly what enters into this room. There is one of these minions, these patchwork rodents, these zombies. It is walking in, and it is followed by a very familiar automaton. But this automaton isn't in an attack mode. It seems to be carrying 3 large fulgurite crystals. They enter into the room. The minion sees all of his brothers and sisters laying on the floor. He then looks up at you. He turns back to the automata. It drops the crystals, and they came up from number 3. So they're there. They see you. What is your initial reaction?
Bail. We're not doing this twice. We're out.
Yeah. Hard bail towards the doors. I say let's go towards 9. Let's just bail that way.
So you guys just dip out of the room, and these double doors, they swing as your body weight just hits them, and then they swing closed behind you, and you find yourself in a laboratory of sorts. Tangled cables. There's just this buzz of electricity. And frantic muttering. There is a old mouse, kind of just disheveled. He seems apprehensive upon seeing you. He's in a tattered white robe, and on his head, strapped to his head by some metal contraption, is one of these crystals. This is the mad scientist Yort. And he's mumbling vaguely, just commands, like, don't forget to mine the vein down in tunnel number 4. Hey, make sure numbers 1 and 3 are turned on. Are the automata, are they all charged? And then he sees you, and then he looks down, and what you see behind him is a slab, a stone slab, that has one of these mice on it, but it doesn't seem to be very patchwork. It seems to be like a freshly dead mouse. And it's sitting there, and there's complex wiring making its way down to this thing. There are like car battery cables clipped to some of the metal pipes coming down from the top, the upper levels, and this machine, as you're piecing this together, this is going to give life to a recently dead creature. Yort sees you, and he stumbles back, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing here? What Who sent you? And he almost freezes.
Calm down. It's okay. We're just here looking around, trying to figure out why there's a big never-ending lightning storm outside. But we don't mean any harm. We're just passing through.
That's good news, I think. Do you think I'm a mighty sorcerer, a great mage? What have you heard? And he's like looking around, just very like apprehensive.
Yes to all those things.
He goes, "Oh, I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. Beware of me. I will shock you."
Okay.
And as he says that, he's like, can you help me? I was sent maybe on like a similar mission to yours. I'm a wizard's apprentice. I'm like barely halfway through freshman year. I'm kind of captured here. I have this thing. I can control these guys. I have no clue what I'm doing. They worship me. They think I'm the greatest wizard that's ever lived. I'm not even the greatest wizard in my family.
Wait, if they
don't want to be here.
You can't just leave?
No, well, there's the storm brain. There's something keeping me here. I think it's a crow. I've seen it. It like takes the form of a bird, and it's full of lightning, and it will not let me leave.
Wow.
I think step one is taking that hat off.
He says, I've tried. It's got a very weird like screw head, and as you like look at it, it's like very clearly like a Torx screw bit. And he's just like, I only ever had a Phillips head. So yeah.
I say we take this off his head. Good thing we have some copper wire that we can.
Yeah.
So as you guys begin to do this, he's now like warming up to you, and he says, I don't necessarily like want to leave.
Okay.
I like the authority I possess, but I'm not in charge. If I'm like a slave or a prisoner here, by all means set me free. But if they don't know I'm not mighty, what they don't know doesn't hurt them. I can promise we won't capture any more travelers. I'll be good with those who are here. We'll just do our thing. I'll continue to study. But and as he's talking, you're able to get the copper wire just right. You're able to like break the screw, and you're able to take his hat off. And he stops his whole dialogue. And he says, "Oh my goodness, thank you. I should mention, none of them are going to listen to me now, and they're going to wander around mindlessly. I forgot to tell you that. This is what controls telepathic link."
Put the helmet back on immediately.
Yeah.
He goes,
"Screw it back down."
He goes, "Oh, okay. What?
Okay, all right. Listen, so from one magic so I am kind of a witch. Throwing that out there. I do work with a pretty powerful spider witch. She's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember her name right now.
Alexia.
Yeah, I do, because she's my boss. So two things real quick. Two things. One, got any more magic lying around? You got any cool magic stuff?
Well, like not necessarily. There are a few things scattered about that I've seen, but I'm a little bit afraid to leave this room because the specter that the flightless like flies around. But what I did, I accidentally used this contraption here on a mouse that I thought was dead, but it wasn't like completely dead. And it gave it like new glands. Like I later learned this when I was dissecting it. It grew new organs. I've named them the Voltic glands. And they didn't take damage from lightning. Yeah, and they actually gave damage to me. So yeah, it's kind of magic.
I'm in.
Interesting.
Could you do that again to all of us?
He looks at you and he's just like, that's yes.
Awesome.
I can.
I push the dead mouse off the table and I'm like, let's keep going.
So he's very confused, but he's like, okay, let's do this. And he like works the car battery clip. Okay, got it. Goes to the other side, gets it on, and he says, you're gonna want this. And he hands you just like a small piece of leather. He goes, stick it between your teeth. As you do, you just feel lightning just course through your body. And you wouldn't know it, but you've grown some new internal organs. And you now take the Voltic glands condition, which says this: lightning damage against you is impaired. You can give yourself a charge condition with a round of effort, and you can discharge it at any range.
Nice.
Again, charge is going to give you d6 damage to yourself, but yeah, you pretty much become a shock wizard.
Would the damage to me be impaired?
Yes, it would.
So then I could do 6, but I could. So I rolled almost rolled twice against someone else and then myself.
Yep.
Am I still charged?
You are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Charged up.
Love that for me. I'm charged up. It's gonna go great. What could go wrong?
He
I'm a lightning
gets done.
wizard.
He sits up and I shove him off. I'm like, now me.
Exact same thing. Takes an inventory slot, but you now have the Voltic glands condition. And I should say, for anyone who doesn't know the Into the Odd like combat system, impaired is a D4. If something is enhanced, it's a D12. So
I can do a D6 at range, but I do a D4 to myself.
That is correct.
Cool.
Yep.
Fair trade.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are we all doing this? Do I need should I get some new glands? Can you grow old glands bigger, or is it all just new glands?
He looks at you. He goes,
don't worry about it. So so I might as well. We might as well be lightning buddies here.
I'm just in the corner like, you know.
Awesome. It works. And as you just feel this, like he's surprised. Like each time he does it, he goes, "This is going to be the time it doesn't work, and I'm just going to fry one of these guys, and it's going to be on me." And it works. It works. And he's like, "Okay, new plan. You don't set me free, but now that you can do whatever you can do, why don't you kill the thing that's keeping me here? And then we just parlay and do our thing."
Let you be a wizard in the tower, huh?
Let them think that's what I am.
Okay.
So here,
this sounds great.
So here's I think. Okay, hold up for a second, my new lightning bros. We'll be right back.
Lightning squad assemble.
Yeah. I first of all, I'm gonna stick out my finger, and then I'm gonna let you guys all stick our fingers, and then can we like have a little like situation now?
Oh, for sure. All right. You guys do just
venture, but
yeah.
100%. There's never going to be a time in your mouse's life going forward where your fur is not standing on end. Yeah, you're just full static the entire time.
I'm gonna bleach my tips when we get out of here. So good.
All right.
Just the tips, though. So my question here, guys, is a couple of things. One, do we just take this dude's helmet and control undead shit? Because that sounds like a great fucking idea to me.
That sounds like a plan that I know your boss is gonna want that.
Big fan. Yeah,
This guy has been killing people passing by, and definitely is gonna just not. It's an intern gone wild,
bro. Like he literally is just like, if I'm in charge, cool, and I promise not to murder more people.
I don't want the responsibility.
Well, we don't have to. We could just like take it.
But then
there's 3 of us.
Who's gonna control the undead things here?
We could just put them to rest.
I know Alexia has only taught me heal so far, and Ed really likes more darker shit. It's kind of my vibe. I think undead lightning shit.
One could argue healing is a type of necromancy.
Revivifying is absolutely a type of
necromancy. If you got revivify, like we're already 2/3 of the way
Butters
there.
got it.
I know, but that's why I'm pointing at Butters.
If he dies, I'm taking it though.
Should I Darth Sidious him right now? I am charged.
Here's the thing. Like, my only issue, I'm fine with him like staying here and controlling all of this shit because I don't necessarily want these automatons to just get out of here and run rampant, right? But if he already said he didn't really want the helmet, we could take the helmet at least, right?
Is that what we got from that situation? That's not what I got from that situation.
I mean,
I got that he changed his story a few times. It sounds like he'll adapt to whatever is saying.
That's probably closer to the truth.
He basically wants us to kill his boss so he can be the boss, and he happens to just control like lightning and undead shit. But
he has
totally
a very middle management vibe to him, you know?
Right? And here's the thing about middle management, right? They become the worst managers.
That is so excruciatingly true.
Right?
You're right. Kill him.
Service. We turn around. I Darth Sidious him. I just
wait. Oh fuck! Don't destroy the helmet.
It's not going to destroy the helmet.
So as you do this, I need you to take a D4 damage to yourself. But you are going to be discharging your charge, and then the charge that you received from this. So deal 2d6 damage.
Okay.
He only has 3 HP, but I just want to see how.
That's going to be a total of 6 damage to him and 2 damage to me. As you
Alexa, play Duel of the Fates.
As you see my skeleton like in the thing, as you see his skeleton really as a
yeah. As this just arc of electricity just like flashes, you can feel like between your fur there's just like micro arcs all the way through, and as the flash settles and your eyesight comes back, you see a pile of ashes and burnt bones with this like copper crown with a crystal torques screwed right into it, sitting on top of it. You all just killed the mad scientist, and acquired his helmet.
We did that together. That was all of us.
Yep, I agree, 100%. I'm with you, brother. Butter.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, let me see if that's gonna help you sleep tonight.
That was self-defense.
Yep. Proactive self-defense. This is stand your ground.
I stood my ground.
Threatened. Yep. I'm not gonna say that joke on here. But I go scoop up the helmet and I stick it on my head and just kind of turn around and just like, come on, screw it in.
But as you guys screw this helmet in, Butter and Wormwood just tightening it in on Fennel's head. Fennel, you feel nothing different.
Kind of worried about that.
And it's beginning to now come to your mind. This guy had no clue what he was doing with anything. He doesn't necessarily know if this crystal was doing anything. But you have a pretty dope hat on.
You know what? If all I get out of it is a dope hat, I'm okay with a little bit of murder.
I should tell you that the crystal that sits in there is worth about 150 pips as well.
I'll take it. Real quick,
okay.
the Voltic gland situation again. What is that?
Yeah, so that is a condition, but it's not a negative condition. All
Right.
lightning damage dealt against you is impaired, and you can give yourself a charged condition with a round's worth of effort, and you can choose to discharge it anywhere, anytime, at any range. About this time, there was a minion and an automata outside, and the minion pokes his head in and says, Master? Hello? Who? Master? Master? You didn't feel anything. But he sees this upon your head, and he says, would you like us to recharge? We're starting to fall, and the beds, they're not connected any, and the tablet is gone. I fear our eternal sleep is right around the corner. What would you like me to do, Master?
Yes, I am your master. That is me, the master. I would. Why don't you just hold on for a second, and wait there with the door closed on the other side, and I'll be with you in just a minute when me, the master, figures out what I would like to do.
He says, oh, yes, when I was saying I felt eternal sleep was I don't have much time. And then he just falls down, closes the door, but you can feel you heard his lifeless body hit the door. He was looking for a recharge.
Oh, let's go put those other mice. Oh no, we already took the
We can put it back.
the spell.
I think this problem's sorting itself out.
I just thought an
I mean,
army
but
of
is it a
automata.
problem to have an army of undead minions and shit?
It's a problem for someone.
It could be a help for us right now, though.
Especially when we have to battle a crow god.
Oh, it
That's
can't.
what-
It's probably not a god. I have in my notes it says Stormbrain Crow ? Full of lightning. So it's probably fine.
So here's the thing, though. I thought part of the reason we just murder hoboed the fuck out of this guy was
We?
we did it
was
together.
us
We all decided
together.
that.
By standard, you let me do it.
Yeah.
That might as well be an encouragement.
But I thought the whole point was so that we could have an undead army to fight the bad guy at the end.
Yeah. We could just use the automatons, though.
Do they listen to me, though?
Let's go test it out. I kick open the doors.
Hey!
As you kick open the door, the automaton just is making its way down the stairs back to the recharging orb. You notice that there are 8 mice bodies that you had pushed off of the tables. On their own volition, 1 or 2 mice had made their way into this room and are just laying now lifeless on 2 of the tables. And coming from the door to room 6, another mouse is slowly making its way, and as it's about to get to the table, just kind of falls down face first into the pile of the other. As mice, you can actually hear scurrying slowly. Mice are making their way back to this chamber.
Okay, all right. 2 things real quick. Wait here 1 second. I run into where I can see the automaton, and I say, "Hey, buddy." And does it respond to me at all?
It does. It slowly turns itself back around.
Is it on legs or something?
Yeah. It looks like a crab.
Okay, do this. All right, how about this one? All right. Okay, great. And I run back to the other guys, and I'm like, okay, so here, listen, here's what's happening. It works. It fucking works, right? I promise I'm not going to become an evil wizard. We're in this together.
Do you
Throw it out
promise
there.
that though?
You know what,
Really?
though?
I do not promise, but I do promise that
What's
you
your
will come to
promise
no harm.
worth?
As long as we
Nah.
can be on the upstream of this MLM evil
Yeah,
wizard shit, that's all I care about. This is my brother. Rising ships, rising tides kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying. We're all
Trickle down economics.
It works
Obviously
for the
works.
people at the top.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is the plan, right? If the only way to there's two schools of thought. One, we destroy all this bullshit and save everything. Two, we control it. We'll see. Well, let's figure that out when we get to the end. For right now, though, why don't Butter hear me out? Let's stick that thingy back on the crow. Let's raise this entire undead army situation. Let's go kill the lightning brain or whatever the heck this dude was talking about, and then decide what we want to do. And then when that's all said and done, you, Butter, can take the lightning revivify bolt spell situation out, all yours. And then we decide to leave from here. But I do like the idea of controlling an undead army for like just a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Whatever. Sure.
So we have a montage of us putting all the copper wires back.
Yeah. Listen here, Julius Caesar. As long as you turn the armies back over at the end, there'll be no, et Brute.
So I'm just picturing like what is it, 1984 Transformers movie? You got the touch, and it's like just going and just full on montage. You guys get all hooked up. You're putting bodies back on. Again, one of you notices that one of them had a very nice emerald earring on them.
I take it.
Yeah, there you go, 300 pips. And
Do you wear it?
Yes.
Do you have
Nice.
your ears pierced?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay. I didn't
He
know
was
if you
cool.
right there.
He's a test subject. Yeah.
All mouse,
Was it a mouse-sized emerald earring, or was it a human-sized emerald earring?
A human-sized one.
Bitch.
Oh, so that's like, you ain't wearing that in your ear. That's like the size of your fucking head.
Well, how was the other mouse wearing it?
It was like a stud, like an emerald stud. So it took up almost the entire ear.
It's right here. It's on top of my little mouse here.
You gotta
Nice.
stick it on your face.
So you guys montage this thing. You get the spell tablet back in there, and lo and behold, it charges up first time it's in there. You now have 8 mice. There was about 4 or 5 others. You take some more time. It takes actually an entire hour before this tablet charges off again. And you're able to get another 4, so now you've got a total of 12 undead mice in this room, these minions. And yeah.
All right.
I
Okay.
charged myself up.
Minions. All right, line up.
Single
All right.
file.
Yep. Not to the left. Not to the right. All right, 2 times now, y'all. Let's. Can
You went with cha-cha slide instead of electric slide.
You know what?
Wow.
Nah.
We'll fix it in post. We'll fix
Okay,
it
there
in
you go.
post.
There you go. Yeah.
So, what does electric slide even say?
I don't honestly
I don't
remember.
know either.
I
I
don't
just
even
know
think
that it's
there's
a thing.
words. Isn't it just like a?
It's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
It's electric. I break them up into tenors, altos, and basses, and so go collect all the automatons, all of you. Can you speak? Can they speak?
They're like, yes, master, we will do that. Sounds good. And they slowly are like tripping over one another, but then they do, as their life comes back to them fully, they make their way out, and they're gathering automatons. This room is not going to fit all of them and all of the automatons.
That's fine.
But
We're gonna start to file up in the next room, anyways.
Yeah. Open the doors. Like, just get, this is. I slowly stand on higher and higher things until I'm like really like up there as it's happening.
have you guys taken the spell tablet back out of the beak? Because the highest thing in this room is that crow.
No, I'll stand in front of it and I'll just be
Okay.
like, ah.
Okay. Cool,
And every
cool.
time it like charges off, I'm just like, ah, and like the lightning flashes across
Yeah,
my
yeah.
face. And I'm just like,
I'm wondering if this could revivify bees.
Listen, here's the other thing. All right, how many total mice do I got?
That you have sent out to gather the automatons, 12.
Right, and then I kind of want to send some to go check out that other room down in the water area, but we'll get to that later. All right. So, are we gonna say like just at some point all the automatons are gathered close enough, and all the minions are gathered close enough, and I literally have an army of undead mice and automatons?
Do we have
Yeah,
a
I would
forward
say
party and a back party?
so there's a total of 8 of these automatons, and there is why don't you roll 2d20 and add 10 to whatever it is, and that's how many mice.
Okay, well that sucks. I rolled a 2 and a 15, so I have 17. So I have 27 mice.
Yep.
That's a lot of
undead
mice.
army. That feels good. That feels like a good amount. I feel like 50 would have been a whole lot for this small space. I think 27 is a good amount. So we have 8 automatons, 27 mices, undead mices, and a god complex forming. So let's
Yeah.
does any of them look like they know stuff?
No.
Like, okay.
No.
You, Mouse, what is there that I, the master, had previously discussed some type of like lightning brain or crow or something? Have you seen these things?
He looks at you and he says, "You master, you're the lightning brain, and that's the crow, the giver of life." And he points to the big metal crow.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's about as far as I think we're getting with this one. I say out loud in front of that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's undead. It's fine. I guess let's what do you guys think? Like 4 is an automaton and like 4 mice like a good forward party?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, I have 8 of them. 2 of you automatons. I'm gonna call you you're gonna be A, you're gonna be B, right? Etc. etc. A through H automatons.
Good job.
And then and then mice 1 through 27. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you know what? 27 is divisible by what? 9. It's 9 groups of 3.
Yep.
Okay, so you 3 are A, B, C, D, etc. No, wait, no, 1, because there's too many letters. Fuck. God damn it.
Well, no, all 8 have a 3 with them, and then we have 3 as our personal entourage.
There you go.
Brother?
I'm just in the corner going, you know?
I'm also going like this.
What is going on? I'm
Okay,
like,
so
this
we're
is not my
charged. I'm ready to
circus.
Kamehameha.
Look at that. So then fuck the whole letter situation, guys. You're all numbers. All right. So we have, for every one automaton, there are 3 mice.
Yes.
All right. So automaton 1 and 2 are in the front. No, we have 8 of them. 4 in front, 4 in back, with all the mice associated with them. We have 3 around us, 3 mice around us, and we're gonna make our way forward and up and explore the rest of this place.
So as you guys make your way, you've assembled. It's going to take some time to like coordinate how everyone's going up. What you quickly realize is that none of these mice minions have ever gone beyond the doors into room 6. The automatons, that is where they had their birth, so they're fully capable. And so as you go through this door, you enter into a workshop, a smith, as you would say. Sweltering heat, sparks are flying everywhere, and you see sitting at a desk much larger than any of you, a turtle. You know it's a turtle because all you see is its shell, and then you see a big green arm and hand lift up, swing down a large hammer. As this hammer strikes, sparks fly, and you see stitches all over his arm, as this is a patchwork turtle minion. And as that last hammer strikes, he stands up and he turns around, and he looks, he says, "Oh, Master, this is great. I have something." And he walks up to you with a belt. And this belt, it's known as the shock belt. And it charges just via ambient static electricity. And once per day, you can discharge the shock that is in the belt for D8 damage. That if it goes beyond the HP, it hits the dexterity instead of the strength. And he goes, "This is a great item. It is yours."
So you can charge it. We could charge it with our charged ability. Yeah.
So
And then-
shock belt once, and you said once per day.
Once per day,
do
you
what?
can you can discharge the stored electric energy in it for D8 damage.
Yeah, I definitely throw that on. Thank you. Smith?
Yes, that is me. Is there? And then he looks. He goes, "Oh, you have quite the entourage." He said, and he looks at you. He goes, "Oh, you look different. Where are your robes?"
You know,
We brought him
I
new clothes.
just wanted a different look. I'm trying something new. You know.
It's a good look.
Um,
Trash bags are nice.
You know what? It's definitely it's in right now, for sure. So thank you for that.
He says, "Would you like me to get back to work? I've got something fun I've concocted. I can get back to work at it if you'd like."
Yes, please. What is it? And also, no, what is it?
He like grabs, and as he reaches, you see that there are a bunch of like containers of fulgurite crystals, and there's a good number of them. But what he grabs is a blade. Imagine just like one of those X-Acto knives. And he says, "I think I've got this." And he like takes a fulgurite crystal and he just begins to like hammer the fulgurite crystal into the blade. And he says, "If you come back in about an hour, this will be ready. I call it Lightning Blade."
Cool.
Oh yeah.
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 Yep.
Okay.
Get to work.
We-
Work hard on that, sir.
He says, "Oh,
Yeah.
I will."
Cool. I mean, do we just want to hang out for an hour and what's
I
the
mean,
what
do you
guys
think the
wanna
lightning
do?
blade's gonna work on the lightning crow or
Everything
storm?
lightning's worked on lightning bugs and everything so far.
Let's just see. We'll have it. You know what? We'll tell him he needs to make armies worth. He needs to make 27 of those lightning blades. He could do it in a little over a day. They'll be ready for afterwards.
Yeah, he doesn't
You know
need to
what?
sleep or take breaks.
No, he's
Fuck
literally
this guy.
undead, right?
Oh yeah, there's no OSHA or unions here. Not an undead electro wizard.
So after about 8 hours of this, he says, "Oh, Master, I'll be back." And he starts making his way up to go towards the room with the beds. He's clearly going to need to be recharged. You guys get that. You recharge it. It's been 27 hours. Fast forward. You've slept. You've enjoyed a game of poker with an undead mouse.
So we've taken a long rest.
Yeah. So you can replenish those strength scores. Now you have an army equipped with lightning blades. I don't know where he got 27 X-Acto knives, but I freaking love it. So we're just gonna go
I
with
have
it.
a question. Do we just go take over the colony instead?
Bro,
Like, we got
I
a good
mean,
thing going. Why are we going to destroy the electro brain?
well, let's go just take a look at it.
Let's go
Yeah,
meet
let's
it.
go see.
Let's go say hi.
Yeah, let's go look at it. No,
It's
wait,
like-
did he only make 27? Because I feel like 30 would be better.
Yeah. He made 29, so that he has one now too. He made 30.
No, I
So
think
you guys
I think
each have lightning blades
No,
now?
no,
Butter
no.
and Wormwood?
There is enough if you would like them.
yeah.
I'll take one.
My entourage is a meat shield, so he doesn't need one.
So the lightning blade, it just does D6 damage. It takes one item slot. but you can elect to discharge its electricity by blowing all of its usage dots, and it deals d6 per usage dot. So you could do first strike 3d6, the sword's gone, but potential of 18 damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm gonna just use my minions that have. I technically have like 27 lightning blades. So we have 27 lightning blades.
Yeah.
We.
The royal we.
The white and white family.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
let's
go.
Let's explore the rest of the thing with our minions of lightning bladed undead automatons and Mises.
Yeah, let's we can retcon to the in those 30 hours that he was doing this, you explored room 5, and you found that room 5 was just like the previous recharge room.
Okay.
You were able to explore all those tiny little tunnels in room 2. You've got enough crystals now that you've got some money. Did you want to explore the eel room at all during those 30 hours?
Sure. I feel like
an automaton versus the eel would have been a fun thing to watch.
yeah.
So we'll say you threw a couple of automatons down in the water. The first one that went in the water short circuited, and then the eel came up and just took a bite out of it. But while that was happening, you were able to get to the doorway behind the eel as the eel is just fighting this short circuiting automaton. In that door, it was a cramped, dark chamber. It was silent and devoid of all sound, devoid of all electricity. It's dark, but there's a stone plinth hewn from a stalagmite that is in the center of the room, fashioned to look like a giant thunderhead cumulonimbus cloud. And there's a marble that's sitting on it. And it's got like a groove in it. It's so mesmerizing to look at. It almost looks as there's like wisps of clouds swirling around in it.
We take it.
Yeah, you've got it. It's known as the Cloudy Marble.
Cool. I'll put Cloudy Marble.
So that all happened in those 30 hours. You guys get to the door. You go to open it. The door's locked.
Oh.
Wait,
sorry, which door? The door out from the Cloudy Marble?
No. From the that goes into.
Oh.
Yeah. The door's locked. There's no keyhole, and there seems to be no doorknob either. There's just a little like push. But
I try to convince the door to open.
How do you do that?
I like to roll charisma.
This is into the odd.
Yeah.
Not electric bastion land. Yeah.
You said there's like a push, like a button I can put
No, it's more just like a metal rectangle that looks like you should just push there.
I think our strong turtle boy should go to work at this door.
Well, where's the door? Is it the one that's at the bottom of 6 or?
Yeah, right where the mouse is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, we can charge ourselves and discharge it into the door?
It's true.
Is that a thing we could try? Do we want to try that?
It's got a metal part on. That's kind of what I was thinking. So.
Yeah, and as you do, that was the thing that unlocks the door. The door unlocks, opens up, and you guys make your way into a large room. There's big like cooling chambers and conductors, and there is a copper piece of pipe that goes up, curls over, and you can look and you see about 2 feet above you. There's a small catwalk. No cats on it. A mouse walk that makes its way into the darkness.
We send Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3.
So Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, they all make their way up. It takes a couple minutes. You don't hear anything, and then all at once you hear it. Thunder claps. You see lightning shocks. You see bodies flung and thrown, hitting the wall. One falls down, plops down at your feet. Just this huge discharging crack as lightning just like fizzles and sizzles all throughout the room. And what you see as you're looking up, and on the big flash, it casts the silhouette of a very large raven.
I like yell, like, number 2, no!
Well, shit.
It's going great.
So,
Does my marble react at all?
It does not.
Huh. I'm gonna climb up this copper pipey thing.
Yeah, it's.
Can I do so in a stealthy manner?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say between all of the combat that's taking place, whatever is causing that would be enough distraction that you would be able to sneak your way up to catch a look.
Cool.
So here's the thing. Maybe I shouldn't have sent 3 units at one time. Maybe 1 was enough. So that's unfortunate.
You know,
Well,
I can't reply. I'm climbing up a pipe, so I didn't hear you say
we
that.
have a dude who can make them. I can get us some new people. I feel like we need a recruitment strategy after this.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Well,
I'll
are
go
the bodies
proselytize.
destroyed? Are they destroyed?
No, you could probably put them back together, but it would take some time.
We're good.
Yeah, but
we got a turtle.
But where are the odds, man? You know, look what
we
direction
got a
you're
turtle.
going.
We'll practice our
Yeah.
fiber art skills as we sew them back together.
Yeah.
So I climb up. What do I see?
Yeah, you see in the room. You look, and there seems to be a storm inside this transformer. A storm is just swirling around as it howls, and then you see there's a glass tube, and within the glass tube there's a brain, and the brain is suspended by 2 arcing bolts of electricity, and it's flashing, and the brain seems to be pulsating with the electricity, and you notice at the base of this tube there is the skeletal remains of some avian creature.
Okay. So brain pulsing inside glass tube.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna show her the glass tube.
Bird-sized brain.
Wait, hold on. What are you gonna say?
Human-sized brain or bird-sized brain?
Bird-sized brain.
Cool.
Oh,
Shout out to that shit.
The plot thickens. Yeah, you know, I'm going to stealthily climb back down and relay what I have seen.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have 2 options. We can just destroy it or try to put one of our brains in there.
Okay, well, you guys are just going down a path I don't know I can follow you on, you know?
Here's the thing. What if it is what's creating the whole lightning situation?
Well, I'm
Like,
sure
what
it's
if we
creating a
destroy the
storm
brain?
outside, but at this point, the lightning situation for the undead is being caused by that tablet. So we'll need the bigger storm.
No, yeah, the bigger storm keeps people away from this place, but we sort of want people to come.
You know what? I'm gonna eat that brain, actually.
Okay, new plan. We eat the brain. We build a colony around this, and this is the God Tower.
All
I'm
I'm
just
saying is I do like this place. It's got the layout could be a little bit more open, but honestly, a full open floor plan is extremely overrated. I wouldn't mind being here for a while. I'm okay with the storm outside. Where are we going with this? Like, what are we thinking here? Like, is it really hurting anything?
So let's put my brain in there then.
That's what I'm saying. One of our brains needs to be in there. Okay.
But
His
like,
brain's
listen,
in there.
but I like.
You're
I
a
like-
God King here. I recruit people to come. We have ourselves a real good thing going.
But Butter, like you, I mean, I'm not gonna.
But I will, I will rise to like an ethereal lightning being, because
So
at
we're
this
just gonna,
point, if other mice in the world are like y'all, I don't know. I want to be here. So
Oh my god,
Like,
we
we're
drove
just
you to
gonna-
wanting to sacrifice yourself to become a. Yeah, no, I think it's good. I like this plan.
We're gonna psychopath this situation here. Like,
That is exactly what we're doing right now.
I
We're-
didn't start this, and it's very rare that we do take this path. So for this one time, we can just lean all the way in.
so here's the thing. Meta, at the end, I was pretty much kind of go that direction anyway and be like, you're with me or you're against me. Us.
Oh, you were? Whoa.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I was gonna follow my
So-
brother to the end, so it was a given.
Yeah, and lost the island's purgatory. So, just other massive twists around every corner.
But here's the thing: is we have to like, if we destroy the glass won't be there, so sticking a brain in doesn't do anything. It's not like glass is a dime a dozen for us. We can't just like go get a new bell jar. We don't
Does
get a
it look
Sylvia
like there's
Plath in every
like an
fucking
opening?
corner.
There has to be a way that it got in.
Yeah, did I notice an opening?
From your vantage point, all you were able to see was a brain suspended by the electrical arcs in that glass, and then the carcass. But
I say we go ahead.
I was gonna say, with a closer look, you might be able to find an opening.
If you
I think that
swim
we
in
have
there,
limited
you-
time if we get up there. We'll get up there and we'll make do with whatever option we have. But when it comes down to it, we can just break the glass and work on repairing it so that I can ascend to godhood.
I think factions 4 through 8 plus our honor guard. We just need to bum rush.
Okay.
It will focus on killing the minions, which we will replace.
Right.
Love it. Okay.
I'll start a cult with a new religion about reincarnation. It'll be great.
So you guys make your way up there with this undead horde of electrified mice. As you slowly creep into the room, you begin to see just lightning start to like curl and arc off of the different corners of the room, as then they coalesce all towards the brain, and then bursting forth this specter full of lightning, in the shape of a crow, just makes the most violent caw you have ever heard, as it just begins to pulse lightning out of its body, sweeping many of the minions to the left, many of the minions to the right, and its glowing blue, white arcing eyes see the crystal on the helm, and it locks eyes through the party at you, and we are in combat, and the way this is going to work, because you have an army, chances are you're going to take this thing down, so you guys can have the jump on it, and for you didn't quite have a warband, but which in Mausritter a warband is 40 mice, yeah.
Oh,
So we'll let
with all of us and all 8 automatons, if we hadn't killed the other ones, we would have had 38.
Did the automatons count as more than one mouse though?
Yeah, probably,
Well,
but they wouldn't have been
9
able to
of
get
them
up
are
here.
dead anyway. Yeah, 9 of
Okay.
them. Oh, no automatons up here?
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get up here.
Oh,
What if
okay.
we had all of the mice like stack up on the copper coil and
Okay, let's
Yeah,
play,
why not?
hold on, no, let's just play the game. Let's not be those players.
All right, I'm just World War Z this shit, Anyway, yes.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
automatons are down there. We had
Yep.
what? How many mice left? We had 27 minus 18 mice.
Yeah, 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break them to 3 groups of 6, and those 3 groups of 6 will each have 6 HP, and they will independently take hits as well. And then and then it's you guys.
Okay.
So do you want your minions to go first, and then you, and then this guy, or do you want to go you guys first, spectral beast, then your minions, so you can kind of bookend them? How do you guys want to do combat?
Bookend them.
I'm down for minions first and then us.
Minions first. Okay.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
we think if we can just kill this in one round before
Yep.
To
Perfect.
continue to retcon the 30 hours we were here, was there
Yeah.
any armor in this place at all? Like,
No, but what you probably could do, if you wanted to, and you were using your time this way, those metal tables, I'm just imagining they're like dog tags. And so you could like take it and then like wrap the copper coils around you.
You
And I'd
don't
I
say
wouldn't
you.
have done that.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Wouldn't have done
No.
that, and also you don't want that. We're fighting a
Yeah.
lightning beast.
Yeah.
Sounds like an
I
awful plan.
definitely, I for sure 100% have at least one or two of these guys literally as like mouse shields in front of me all the time, though, for sure.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
You're
So
gonna say something different. That's probably less gross.
So combat begins, and the first group of undead mice with their lightning blades, they run up to this thing. Do they know how to use these lightning blades? Have you, as like sentient, have you taught them how to do like a full discharge on them?
I can imagine if they had a usage and someone made it for us that we would have like at least taught them how to use them.
Perfect. They're gonna roll 3d6 and just fully. Well, they're not NPCs that I control. They're NPCs that you control.
No, we would have gone all at once, try to overload this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to take from the first wave 3d6 for a total of 11 damage. And on that first hit, it is going to need to make a strength save. I love it. And it has a strength of 6.
Hey, you can
So-
still pass that.
He rolled a 5, but can he survive
Another
3
wave.
more d6? Oh, that's 8. The specter fizzles and is gone.
Okay.
Oh my
We
god.
look to
Combat
the sea.
music off.
We want to see if this thing we can get a brain inside.
You look around and you can't figure out how the brain got in there. What you do notice upon closer examination as you're looking, you couldn't see it from where your vantage point was at first, just the way the electricity was arcing on this thing. But the brain itself is wearing a crown.
Perfect.
And the crown has like this big lightning bolt on it.
Amazing.
Yep. I would like
Listen,
that crown.
if I don't get to ascend the godhood, I'll wear the crown. And that would be, I don't know what it does, but
No.
I at least assume it does something.
No, I'll take
As-
the crown.
You're
My
wearing
army
a
will help
helmet
me-
already.
My army
Yeah,
will help
no.
me take the crown.
As you are trying to figure out how to get in, you begin to see lightning arc from all the corners of the room. And with a thunderous clap,
Son of a
a
bitch.
spectral lightning crow reappears, and with one foul swoop, it deals 20 damage to one of the units, and one of your units is completely fried. You all turn back around to see this thing like charging up its body. That takes us to Butter. What do you do?
I smashed the glass.
Okay, you shatter the glass, and as the glass begins to rain, electricity is now arcing in every direction. The brain is almost like rotating as there's so much electrical energy coursing through it. Wormwood, it is your turn.
I'm going for the crown.
Smart.
Okay, make a dex save.
5 on a 7.
Okay, you're able to get in there, and as you reach for it, it arcs electricity right into your body. But because of your voltic glands, you only take D4 damage,
Yep.
which I rolled a 4. You
Okay.
take 4 damage.
Okay, I'm still at HP 2.
Okay, you are able to grab the crown, and as you grab the crown, you can hear the thunder and the lightning outside this building, or this transformer. It's getting quieter.
Yeah.
It's as if like the storm is dissipating.
I
Fennel.
hold it.
Oh,
I hold it to my brother.
Fennel, what do you do?
Well, so where combat is still happening and shit's going crazy, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
as he's grabbing that thing, I race forward and I want to like take my karambit and just like leap towards the brain and just dig into the brain with my karambit and then pump. If I have poisons, I do have poison in the spider fang and everything, right?
Yeah.
I just slam the spider fang into the brain and just tear down and pump it full of as much poison as I can.
As you do, the brain like goes from its pinkish color, and it like slowly begins to shrivel and turn black as it begins to look like a raisin. Electricity arcing in every direction. You're gonna take 3d4. They're all impaired as it shocks you. It does a total of 10 damage to you as lightning is just boom, boom, boom. I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 3 on those 3 impaired attacks. But your, I'm assuming body. What's your strength?
My strength is a 9.
Make a strength save real quick.
That's really terrible. I rolled an 8.
Somehow you like able to like, and you have this like shriveled brain in your hand. You're still up. You pull your karambit from it. You look, and the bird just lets out this nasty cry of despair as it begins to electrocute out. It's going to deal D12 to both of those units. Let's see. Boom. 2 damage to one, 11 damage to the other. Unit 3 gets completely wiped out. Unit 1 is standing to their feet still. You look, and the crown that was in Wormwood's hand is now beginning to like glow, this metallic white kind of glow, as the bird is now just like, it's no longer attacking, it's like flailing against the walls, just like bouncing all over this room, lightning arcing everywhere. You're able to get in cover. The marble that was in your backpack is beginning to swirl more and more and more. The lightning ball that's bouncing around this room disappears.
So can I put the crown on now, or?
Yeah, you can put the crown on.
I'm asking Wormwood. I don't have it.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, I look to my brother and I look to Butter and I look to the crown.
And you put it on.
Yeah, no, I feel like we gotta make a bet. I feel like we gotta. Who's gonna grab it? I have it in my hand.
I grab it and put it on.
You're gonna try to grab it from me to put it on?
Yeah.
Is there contested saves in?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
this...
absolutely. Contested strength saves.
Okay.
So each of you D20 at or under your strength, and we're gonna go whoever rolls lowest between you.
Okay.
If you both fail, the tug of war of it, you both fall, and it like launches it up cartoon style in the air, and Fennel would be able to grab it.
I rolled exactly my strength.
Okay.
11.
Oh, I dropped it on the floor. I rolled a 14.
Butter is able to snatch the crown out of Wormwood's hand, and as he puts it on his head, you hear a voice.
Puts it on ooh. Okay, no, I'll stop for a voice.
You hear a voice only in your head. It's not audible to anyone else, and it says, "So you wish to be the Storm King, eh? Well, you're not, but as long as you wear my crown, I will grant you my powers." And what you are hearing is the voice emanating from within the marble. You are now the Storm King, and you know that you can control weather at any given location.
Cool.
As this is all happening. Yeah.
As the voice subsides, Butter feels a spider fang enter his back into his kidney and pump him full of spider poison.
All right, roll a d6 plus 1.
Do I get an extra d6 for the poison?
Yeah.
I got a 5 and a 3.
Okay, eight damage comes coursing through into your kidneys, but unbeknownst to anyone's eyes, the electricity that's now coursing through Butter's body is beginning to push the venom back out through the very end, like the entry wound with which it came. He takes the stab. You are going to take some of the strength damage. I need you to make a strength save for me.
How much of the strength damage am I taking?
What was your HP? 5?
My HP is 3.
Oh, 3. So it's going to be the 8 damage, but I'm going to cut it in half, so it's 4. So you took 1 strength damage. So I need 9 or less with your strength save.
As he's trying to push the poison out, it's a whisper in his voice that says, "No one steals from my brother."
I fail.
Okay.
Exactly.
You fall to the ground. And the voice in your head is like, "I thought you were a worthy wearer, but it appears there is another."
It's exactly how tyrants are born, y'all.
As all of this is happening, as all this is beginning to happen, the lightning begins to arc off of all the corners of the room, and the spectral bird comes back. And it begins to bounce wildly, and then you all see these avian bones laying amongst the shattered glass, and the lightning just keeps trying to like jump down through the bones as if it's trying to like retake physical form. At which point it sees all of you, it sees the crown, and this spectral lightning crow perches and looks at you, its eyes full of pain, full of despair, but also full of submission.
Yes.
We did it, guys. I mean, I'm on the floor unconscious, dying, but we did it, guys.
Yeah, at this point, you are in control of your own destinies. You have the Storm King, the Storm King's crown, and potentially, as long as you keep those bird bones alive, or at least not destroyed, you have a spectral crow and an army of undead. You can do whatever you want.
I feel like someone listening needs to have a Mausritter campaign going against our
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a few people from my game in the chat. This is happening real time, simultaneous. We're actually 3 hexes over from this, so y'all might have to like take down these guys. This is awesome.
So funny, dude.
Yeah. So that's
so Butter's not dead, right? I just incapacitated him.
No. We'll repair our friendships.
Yeah. Well, listen, if he died, I was just gonna revive his body anyway. He said he wanted us to use his brain.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could just put his brain. He's already there for you.
Does that benefit us in any way to stick the brain back into that situation?
I mean, if you put the crown on the brain like it was, there would continue to be the Everstorm in this location. But if you keep the crown on you, you can bring the storm wherever you want.
I think we just need to make mech bodies.
Well,
I think Butter deserves a mech body. I'm gonna gather people to here so we have an infinite army. It's just
So am I rocking the crown and the can I fashion them together into like the undead thing and the Storm King thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we'll just say like you could take anything like the shell of the turtle and put the lightning gem in it and make this like +5 armor that repel like yeah. You guys are gods at this point.
Cool. Sick.
I love it.
But now, how pissed is Butter at me that I stabbed him? Is the question. Are you still on our side?
At least mildly. So
yeah,
I think more if he woke up in a body that wasn't his, you know,
he'd be more upset.
Probably.
All right. So listen, here's the thing: I am the Storm King, and I control an army of undead, but my generals are well taken care of because I'm not trying to get et tu brutade like I et tu brutade you. So you take what's yours, buddy. You know, you do you, and this is now our kingdom. And I like that. At some point, I'd like to send or get the turtle to craft some type of maybe like throne underneath the crow in the downstairs room.
Yeah, for sure. Easy.
Yeah, and 2 other almost as equally big chairs.
Every night as you go to lay down on whatever stone slab you're gonna have as a bed in here, you hear that voice in your head as you're wearing the crown. Don't forget, you may think you're the king, but again, I repeat, you only are occupying that seat until I can return.
Yeah, but I have him in a marble, so
You do.
Yeah.
I have
So
the
he may
Stone
never
King in
return.
marble, so
Yeah.
no
Oh,
biggie. You're
that's-
good, dog.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think that's a good place to wrap. Is
That's
like
a
me
great
on the
place to
throne,
wrap.
me on the throne, my brother with like this marble controlling the Storm King from coming back, and my number 1 general. Butter.
Begrudging general, you know.
Yeah. Has this perpetual kind of like ache when the thunder strikes outside in his, in his kidney area.
I love it.
And that's Shattered Range from Mausritter. Dude,
Great one.
I'm gonna cut the music here, get rid of this. Brian, by the way, great fucking adventure. This was super fun.
Yeah. Brian is known for writing some of the greatest Mausritter adventures I've ever seen, and
this
they're
was amazing.
beautiful. And I think it just came as of today. All of Brian's stuff is in print. It's like Rizzo print, and you can purchase physical copies. I think at Indie Press Revolution.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dope.
I saw Indie Press just recently dropped a tweet, and I went on and saw that. And then when I was finding all the links to this again, I saw Brian had put it out with like a slightly different cover, and there's like a bunch of other stuff as well. But when we reviewed it, I know we rated it pretty highly, but this is such a good, fun game. What's interesting too is like we've only been going for like a little bit more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
It feels like we did a ton. And as soon as we hit the combat in the room, my brain immediately went to like, I don't know if we're going to get far enough. And it's like, no, but like, it's so fast. It's so brutal. It's so quick. Like,
It's what makes systems like this lineage work really well. It makes it so you can do a 2.5 hour tight session, which is my preferred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 hours. That's what and you fill it. You fill it as much, if not more, than a 3 hour, 4 hour session.
Yeah, we just screwed around so
systems.
much. Like, we did so much almost all of it was nonsense, you know?
Yeah. And the other thing that's great too is that, first of all, the non-hit roll is really winning me over here. It was nice to just deal the damage and move on. But second, like as far as like the quote unquote OSR, as much as what everyone is saying with that, this style of gaming where combat's not great and dice isn't like the greatest thing to roll, not having some type of like balanced epic 4 hour finale fight was awesome, since we literally did probably the best thing we could have done as a group and built an undead fucking army to just win anyway. And it was just as fun and cool and awesome to like put yourself in the best situation possible and then win without having to make it some type of like war of attrition against a sponge for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And it lends itself to like Isaac in the book. There's a one-shot adventure that you can do in like an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's perfect. Same thing. Then he released Honey in the Rafters, which is a great introduction adventure that you can play. It lends itself so well to one-shots. But as I was saying before the stream, I'm in a campaign that we started back in 2020, and it's still going. Like, so there is longevity. It's a great game. I love it.
Cool.
Such a good game. If you are watching this, or if you're watch this now, go check out, I believe it was episode 92. We reviewed Mausritter on episode 92. So we'll dig deep into the rule set, and you'll hear our probably terrible takes on it, myself and Hunter. Definitely check out all of Matt's stuff. Matt has written a ton of stuff for a ton of things, but definitely a lot of Mausritter. I have a couple of the burn pile things right here from Matt. So Matt, where can everyone find all of your stuff?
Yeah, so thanks for that shout out. Itch.io. If you just search ManaDawn tabletop games, I'll pull up the link here, and I can post it in the chat of this video.
And I'll have it all in the description as well.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. But yeah, just ManaDawnTTG .itch.io. All of my Mausritter stuff's up there, which is pushing, I think, 80 different supplements at this point.
Crazy. And then also Goblin Archives here. For anyone that might not know who Goblin Archives is, can you tell us just a quick bit on how you're famous and awesome and where they can find your stuff as well?
So I wrote a game called Liminal Horror, which has a lot of similar veins of play and different themes, but style of play. The kind of as well as I love these kind of lineage because you get 2.5-hour sessions that are great. Mine's modern horror humans. I joked around doing a Mausritter Liminal Horror supplement. Sometime I will, someday. But yeah, so I write games for that.
Very excited
Which are super awesome, by the way. Go get Liminal Horror. It's ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely fantastic. I know the Bloom just dropped, right?
Yeah, it is gonna be in Space Penguin within the next few weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we'll have a couple other things, and then we're working on the deluxe edition. Matthew had a thing that came out. We're gonna release those pamphlet adventures we kickstarted, hopefully, in the near future. So there's a lot of stuff coming out for it. So if you like modern horror, it is spooky season.
Yeah, it is in fact spooky season. We'll wait to announce that, but maybe you'll see some Liminal Horror coming up shortly here on the show. We'll see. And this has been SideQuests. This is part of the Weekly Scroll and the Weekly Scroll podcast. Again, we will be running adventures in games that we have reviewed. We're going to have a rotating cast of GMs and players. A lot of people, either as part of the Adventure Archive, part of the podcast, obviously. Hunter will always be here, but a rotating cast of great people in the community, such as Goblin Archives here, and people like Matt running the adventures, and again, Josh Demansky, who is another big part of Liminal Horror, will be running a lot of the games because they're also a fantastic GM. Matt, so much fun. Amazing job being our mouse master.
Absolutely. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Great adventure from Brian. Definitely go to IPR and buy a lot of their stuff. I'm going to go buy all of it, of course. And I think that is SideQuest episode 2. I think I know what SideQuest episode 3 is. We're going to save that for a little bit to announce that. And as far as it might be up before then. If you're going to watch our episode this weekend, we're actually going to have Christian Sorrell on, and we are going to be reviewing Dark Grail from my brain is just break Trollish Delver Games, I believe it is. It's Scott Malthouse doing it's a small Arthurian horror game that's really fun. And for all of October, the plan right now is to do spooky shit. So everything in October will be in some way, shape, or form horror related, including the side quests as part of it. So stick around for that. Find us all on all of our stuff at our link tree, the Weekly Scroll. And I believe that's it. Did I miss anything, Hunter?
No, I was just laughing about the fact that you literally stabbed me in the back.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I would do it again. You guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you all for playing. Goodbye, everybody.
I love it.